Hi, I'm Kim Yamamoto. Thanks for joining me today. Success stories. What do those look like? Well, they're different for every family, but today I want to share with you a common response that I get from families. I can't tell you how many families come to me frustrated at their participation in the IEP team. They feel like they're not heard when they sit down at the table. They're going through the process, but are they truly involved in the process? Often the feeling is no. So, I have multiple success stories of helping families feel like they feel heard, that they are involved in the meeting. And I'm just going to share one. This wonderful family from Scottsdale area was frustrated at their participation. So they called me, explaining, listen, these are the things that I want to be heard, to be involved in the IEP meeting, but we're so frustrated because we don't feel heard. We don't feel like they're incorporating the things that we feel are important. So we discussed what the, play was going to be, or how we were going to get these things put in. And the response from family is, it doesn't really sound too different from what I was doing. How is that going to change? Well, unfortunately and fortunately, the reality of the situation is often when an advocate, or myself, an experienced advocate, in the field for over 12 years, sits down at the table with the IEP team, you're going to get a different response than when you sit there just as parents. And, as a parent myself, I wish that was not the situation at all. I wish when parents sat down at the table that at every single meeting they were heard and their information was added without any pushback or without any delay or without any excuses, the multitude of things that happen. But the reality of the situation in many of our school systems is it doesn't happen that way. And that's why, unfortunately, I'm so busy, and fortunately, I'm busy. So I want you to know that when I come to the table and I bring my experience and, my previous contact with a district or with a school or with the teachers sitting at the table or the professionals, it changes the atmosphere. One, because I am very collaborative, and I'm not afraid to say what needs to be said. I try to do it in a very nice way, but I'm very upfront about it. I'm very honest, and I want to make sure that the team reaches its goals. And I think most people at the table appreciate that. Most of the time, it's in a very positive way and in a very interactive way from all team members. There are some situations where I do step in and take control because the team is wavering, but that is not as often. And that was not the situation that I was involved in. So this family that I began my story with, we took our ideas, our playbook to the table, the same goals, the same objectives, the same information that they had presented to the team, and we presented it. And we asked, what is the harm going to be if we add this information? One of my favorite quotes, by the way, what is the harm that we add this information? And I can tell you, we left the room and the parents were thrilled. All of their information was added. They felt as though the team heard what they had to say and not just hearing it and moving on, but really understood where they were coming from, added the valuable information to the IEP document, and are ready to move forward in the same direction for the great goals that we had set up for this young man and their family. So I believe that was a great success story because those parents, the family, left the table feeling as though that they were a very important part of the IEP team and that their information was not only heard but used very effectively. So great success story, and I've done hundreds of meetings with the same kind of output or the same kind of response from families. And I just want you to know if you're out there and you feel like that you're not being heard in your IEP meetings and if you've tried all your bag of tricks, that we're here to help you. And that's what we do. And bringing our experience to the table, our previous knowledge of professionals or our relationship that we've already had with the school district is very beneficial. And so we look forward to sharing that with you. Thank you.